it about as well as I could have.
You talked about this on your YouTube channel, that these games were a lot closer than the final outcome kind of showed. So for you, what do you think your key was to your success in the tournament?
I'm confident always, but I think the experience and then just my consistency on defense, right? Against defense to offense, I gave up 26 first quarter points. That's not going to be very good. So you just have to switch things around. But yeah, the first 2 games against Brian for 3 and then
we are
Kevin, thanks very much.
all right, David, thank you. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. On the wings, Herter and Reddish. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the point. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Young against Harden. Capella kicks to Reddish. Young in the corner. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
Harris outside. Back to Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And this is the time of year when teams can start to lose their focus just a little bit. How tough is it, do you think, to stay motivated at this stage of a long season?
Well, teams who have big aspirations, Kevin, aren't suffering through any of this. The other teams that are trying to be acutely aware of the potential of their team are watching their players very intently as to whether their focus can be maintained during the next 2 to 3 weeks of this season.
Irving passes to KD. Over Collins. The shot by KD. No good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Here's Irving after the made shot from John Collins. It's Durant on the wing. And a little luck that time, but it drops. KD's got his second bucket tonight.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And stolen by Harris. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Dishes it to KD. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Yep, it counts.
What a nice touch from KD. There's no spot on the floor where he doesn't feel confident from.
Herter passes to Collins. Back to Herter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, I feel for him right now, guys. He's much better than this 1-for-4 start. He just needs to relax a little bit out there and let that game come around to him.
Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And Cam Reddish, the 10th pick back in 2019 out of Duke. Had a tough transition as a rookie into the NBA. Struggled just to find his rhythm.
GA, I think there are a lot of questions because at Duke, he was surrounded by stars. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and he was sort of that third guy. He has all the physical tools, and he made some big-time strides in the latter half of last season, so he's coming. No stopping Kyrie on the drive right there, getting to the basket with ease.
Young looking around. Pass to Collins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
Now here's Brown. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Bogdanovich against Jordan. And the shot goes down.
Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair. And you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
Now here's Brown. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Over to the left wing. Now here's Rondo. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. 2K Sports back in a moment here in... And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Bogdanovich. Rajon Rondo is out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Gallinari outside. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. The kick out to Brown. Passes it to Luau. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Brown against Bogdanovich. Yep, that one goes in there. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Bogdanovich doing a great job of separating from the screen.
Shamet the pass to Jordan. Brown inside. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And it's Brown missing. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Bogdanovich, no luck. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Shamet. 11 points last game. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, some strength on display from Jordan there. Love how he uses it to convert on these and-one opportunities.
And a new group in for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Brown. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Reddish comes in for Bogdanovich. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Brooklyn making a change here. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. The three from Harden. Rebounded by the Hawks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And boy, how they were able to come back in the fourth quarter of that game. Being down as much as they were made it a really special win.
Shots good from Young. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
It's his first trip to the line.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Already impressing at a young age. Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. That's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
Collins checked in for Gallinari. Irving surveying the floor. And here's Harris from the arc. Collins grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Huerter, and he overshot that one, missing. The Nets trail by 3. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Offensive rebound, and there's the pass to Huerter. The 3. Here's Capella, and they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. The wide open look for Durant. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Hawks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Sometimes you just don't have somebody on your roster to match up with the type of player that John Collins is.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here's Irving. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got 6.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Young with no one around. No good on the triple.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And that one's good, Irving.
Like seeing Kyrie pull the trigger from right there when he's got his feet underneath him. Those percentages go way up.
Young from outside. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Durant having to sit out all last year due to injury. Now that he's back, how do you feel? That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
We've got Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Harden against Young. Harris outside. Off target with his three. The Hawks leading. Reddish kicks to Collins. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And oh, here comes Durant all alone.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself. Young outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Durant for three. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 3.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
The Hawks again can't hit.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
The putback, great positioning on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Back to Herter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Looking to get it going. The Hawks again can't hit.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Young.
They're trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Collins, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed. To have your jersey hanging up in an arena, that was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
The Hawks trail by 4. And Bogdanovich kicks to Gallinari. And here's Rondo. 6 to shoot. And taken away by Brown. Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by Collins. Collins with some nice D. Gallinari on the wing, guarded by Jordan. And the turnover again by Atlanta. Kenny Snell's check in for Atlanta. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Outside, Green. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Here's Shamet. And Luwawu Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
The Hawks trail by 4. Rondo with it. Picked up by Brown. And taken away by Brown. In transition, here come the Nets. Finished off the break.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Rondo kicks to Gallinari. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. He can't get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. The jump hook. Atlanta with the rebound.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brown outside. And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so in the game for the Hawks, Gallinari is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Snell in at the 2. The rebound by Jeff Green.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. And a change for the Hawks. Capella's checked in. A shot by Harden, wide open. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Right side, Bogdanovich. And Durant sends it back.
The large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Harden finds KD. Nets passing it around. And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebound collected by Snell. The Hawks trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Hawks making a switch here. John Collins, he's checked in for Okongwu. Reddish comes in for Bogdanovich. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And here's Young from the arc. They get the rebound.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Harden against Young. Irving for 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Young, here we go. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Outside Irving. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 4.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Collins, and they pick up 2.
Pretty good body control from the big man as Collins stays focused on the rim.
Outside Irving. Again, Irving missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now Harden. Outside Durant. Over Collins. No good from Durant. Fast break, the Hawks. Collins is running. The feed now to Reddish to take the lead. Can't hit from in close. Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Irving. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game.
Harden against Young. Count the basket. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Trae Young stepping up and delivering in a big-time moment.
Durant in the corner. got 1:18 left in the game. Irving from long range. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. It's Collins with the drive.
And maybe not the first guy you think about. Collins in the clutch.
Harden with it. On the wing, Irving. Harden right side. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Young against Harden. Capella trying to free himself up. And that'll be the coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, on the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Herder passes to Young. From deep three-point range, no good there. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came.
standpoint or the defensive standpoint in the lineup?
I would say more than anything, just me being comfortable offensively dribbling with him. It's like Luka just came out on Friday, I believe, right? And so that's a short turnaround. You don't have that much time to play with him. And so I played maybe 2 competitive games with him, and I'm not that comfortable with him. Luka's probably the better player, but I'm not as comfortable. So just as far as just my comfort level with
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up. It's Thursday night and it's the NBA.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
Here we go. And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks, that one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Frank, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
Now, here is Young, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. That one goes in.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
Right side Holiday. Kick out to Giannis. The baseline jumper goes down.
And to me, this is the perfect spot for a Giannis jump shot. Keeps the opponent honest.
Young way outside. Lopez grabs the board. And the Bucks with possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Giannis. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. 5 on the clock. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And he starts out with the miss in this one. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And the pass to Young. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Another miss by Young. Bucks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. He feeds it to Lopez. Shoots over Capella. Lopez, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Solid transition play from Cam Reddish, working hard to make an impact.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
A shot by Middleton, wide open from outside off the mark. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. To the inside. It's stolen by Capella. Reddish with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Reddish's shot is good.
It's tough to stop Cam on the drive. He's so fluid and coordinated.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Collins wide open. He fires. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Back to Holiday. Young against Middleton. And Lopez has it in the corner. And here is DiVincenzo. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Then for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Reddish. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. Gallinari outside. Back to Rondo. Gallinari outside. Capella trying to free himself up. Outside for Rondo. Gallinari dishes to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks ahead, up 4. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game slowed down a lot for me. I'm able to know it.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
Assistant,
and if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
We've got DJ Augustine, and it's Portis in at the 5 spot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. The Hawks leading by 6. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Here's Okongwu. And it's Bogdanovich on the follow. Bogdanovich has got 4 points this quarter.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now here is Augustine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Buries it from 3-point range.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
Passes to Bogdanovich. Rondo scanning the floor. Back to Bogdanovich. Gallinari outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
That's just a seasoned move. Great concentration from Gallinari, finishing through contact.
Out to the right wing. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Forbes. Here's Connaughton. 8 points his last outing.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
Outside Rondo. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Augustine with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Portis in the post. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on and on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And here's Rondo following the bucket by the Bucks. There's 1:38 left in the first half of basketball.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Bucks trail by 3. Augustine looking around. Pass to Forbes. Now the pass to Craig. Augustine against Rondo. From the top of the key. They get it back. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Okongwu, the pass to Gallinari. Lays it up off the glass. And it's a 5-point Hawks lead.
Against physical D, Gallinari with the improved strength and body control to finish.
Here's Augustine. He's looking for Portis and finds him. Back to Augustine. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Portis can't get it to go. And stolen by Portis. Augustine from outside. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. Here's Okongwu. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Connaughton passes to Portis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Portis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
That was physical D, but Bobby Portis is so strong, he finished through contact.
It's tipped. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the and that
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. On the wings, Herter and Reddish. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point guard position. Now here's Middleton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Doesn't go for him.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Working on Collins.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
So it's the Hawks now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Young with no one around, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here is Holiday. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
That's the pressure Holiday puts on your defense. Has the skill and strength to challenge you inside.
Here's Herder. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Young up top, guarded by Holiday. And it's good off the back rim and in. Collins has got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 6. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Collins. Back to Young. He gets that one. And now an 11-point Atlanta lead.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Giannis outside. Gallinari with the steal. The Hawks working the ball around. Reddish kicks to Capella. Outside Rondo. Clock at 6. Pass to Bogdanovich. Capella trying to free himself up. Bogdanovich, no luck. Bucks trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A clear look here for Middleton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Here's Capella, and he uses the glass on the layup. Capella's got 4 points in the quarter.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Rondo with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Reddish. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Middleton finds Lopez. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Missed. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Antetokounmpo at the line for 2.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Rondo passes to Bogdanovich. Back to Rondo. Kept alive. Capella. Rondo finds Gallinari. Tries yet again. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Capella, the pass to Bogdanovich. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Hawks lead by 11. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Young looking around. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. Young outside. In the corner, Collins with it. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Young. Over Augustine. Young, no good.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Bucks trail by 9. Now Augustine. The pass to Connaughton. Giannis outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And the Bucks making a change here. Forbes checked in. Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positive from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time as far as social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media. Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Young outside. Good work there as it goes.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Portis. Pass to Antetokounmpo. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Here's Young, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This kid knows when to shoot, when to drive, and when to kick. Trae Young has been out of this world tonight.
Antetokounmpo inside. He's guarded by Collins. Right side, Antetokounmpo, and the shot is good.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Young outside. And here's Giannis. Middleton for three. Good on the three-point shot. Middleton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young outside. Kicks it to Collins. Over onto Kumbo. Shot by Collins, no good.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Young outside. Mr. Collins. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Young, here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Able to see the entire floor. Young gets a lane, and he takes it.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Capella's checked in. Holiday dishes to Middleton. On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Young. Goes up on the high post. Middleton can't get it to go. And so the Hawks take the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
Hey, man, let's get it, man.
So the first big question I have to ask both of you, and I'll start with you, Ty, who's the bigger trash talker between you two? Because I know you guys have faced off before in the past.
I don't even think it's close, man. I think Splash got the trash.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making their way to the locker room earlier on, looking for A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Danilo Gallinari.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the center position. And for Philadelphia, Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. Passes it to Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
Just 2 to shoot. Shots good from Young.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Curry is inside.
You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim. Knew he was going to get hit and still was able to finish.
To end the run, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
Got to admire the hard work of Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
That's good from Simmons.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
Curry wide open. The 76ers with another miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
Here's the pass to Capella. Here's Young. Kicks to Reddish. And there's a minute 45 left here in the first quarter. Simmons against Young. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip. I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten 1 shot to drop.
Pass to Capella. Embiid with the steal. And here is Curry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Drills the three-pointer.
He's gaining more and more confidence over time from deep. Seth Curry proving he's got touch from out there.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. Launches it. Embiid trying to break loose. The shot by Curry, no good.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
No wasted motion with Harris. He's so smooth and polished as a scorer. He gets those catch and shoot jumpers off nicely.
Young passes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example for those who want to follow in his footsteps.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Howard is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Thibault in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Unloads. The shot by Rondo is no good.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Fourth, the 76ers.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team
on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Rondo, good.
You know, with Rondo's tenure in the league, he's been around now for over a decade and a half. He continues to give you flashes of that burst.
Ball stolen. Here's Okongwu. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me, it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times, that gets in your head.
The drive by Rondo, and he could not get that one to go. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on. And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement. His agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Collins passes to Okongwu. And the rejection by Embiid. And now the 76ers on the break. 76ers moving the ball around. A nice shot by Harris.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
Now Rondo, he has 6. He gets it in there.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Back to Korkmaz. He kicks it to Simmons. 1:09 left in the second quarter. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Simmons got 6 points.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 8. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Okongwu. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. From deep, Gallinari. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Pass to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Well, you got to push Embiid out farther. I mean, when he's this close, he's focused on one thing, wrecking that rim.
Here's Bogdanovich. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. And with all the stars on the 76ers, you forgot the root of this team is their team. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
On the court for Atlanta, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the 5.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
And Collins is right there. And the Hawks lead by 1.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Curry, good.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Atlanta calls timeout. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Look at Philadelphia. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, Atlanta, 8 games out.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Herter passes to Young. That one drops for him. Young's got 13.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Passes to Curry. This one for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Back to Green. Outside Curry. There's the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
The pass to Simmons. And here's Embiid. Green left side. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Looking to end the run. And he lays it up and in. 8 points for him.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
It's Curry outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Now just a 1-point Atlanta lead.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Young dishes to Collins. Fires the 3. No good. That's just his first miss in 7 shots. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Harris. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. And a change for the Hawks. Snell's checked in. Embiid drives in. Lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got 6.
You know, when he's driving, Joel Embiid is really focused on scoring through contact, and he's got the strength to be able to do it.
Young looking it over. All alone. And it's off the back rim. No good. Philadelphia has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Embiid wide open. They get it back. Lets the three fly. Howard kicks to Milton. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Here's Howard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Dwight Howard is a big, strong, active guy. Even when you hit him, he still is able to muscle through the contact.
And the 76ers making a change here. Eibel's checked in, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Kevin Huerter. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Reddish. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Such a wide open look. Maxi's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Outside, Bogdanovic. Alinari on the wing, defended by Thibault. Bogdanovic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Here's Philadelphia. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Pass to Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Gallinari covering. Embiid, the pass to Howard. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. 76ers ahead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Shake Milton. Embiid is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Howard. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Rondo looking around. Pass to Reddish. 4 on the clock. Now the dish to Bogdanovic. The three-pointer, no good. The 76ers leading by 4. Milton with it, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Atlanta making a switch here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovic. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Harris kicks to Milton. Not 3 off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Collins with it, and it's Howard picking him up. In the corner, Huerter with it. Pass to Collins. Young for 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And there's the pass to Milton. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Howard finds Milton. Now here's Maxey. It's Howard with the drive. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. And the 76ers lead by 5.
There are not many better on the offensive glass than Howard. He's a flat-out beast, especially if you don't box him out.
Young outside. Chalk up 2 there.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Pass to Milton. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Milton. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Fires, high post. Harris, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Young from outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Harris. Offensive rebound. Howard, the pass to Milton. Harris with it. Second shot opportunity. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the dunk by Capella.
So good to see the role players stepping up in big moments. That's a big basket for Clint Capella.
Milton the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Max. Right at the free throw line. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks trail. Here's Herter. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're behind by 1. 1:04 left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David.
As big a basket as that was, the free throw probably even bigger. Now you've got a 2-possession lead all of a sudden.
Curry shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harris, no good. And it's the Hawks ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the chart. No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the 76ers. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Embiid. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young with the steal. From deep. No good. And So the Hawks take the win. They seem to relish their role. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks, for...
money's on the line. That's what everybody wants to see. So I think it's going to help the community grow in the best way possible. Yeah, I can't wait to get to it.
There it is. I can't wait for this series on March 6th. I know the whole community is going to be tuned in to watching you two compete.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Irving at the 2 spot. And for Atlanta, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now here's Harden. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Here's Young. Pass to Collins. Back to Young. From the arc. Jordan with the rebound. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Young dishes to Capella. The kick out to Young. Now Jordan. He had 10 points in the win against Houston. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Harden. KD's got his second basket.
Love to watch KD out in transition. Puts a little flair on the finish.
Young looking around.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
KD passes to Irving. There's the triple. No good on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Irving, good.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Here's Herter. He had 13 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando. Young's shot is off.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Harris kicks to Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Capella with the bucket. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Well, sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true, but also give him credit for being unselfish.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Herder. No points in the game yet for him. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Harden. They get it again. Capella. Collins finds Young. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Ahead. Stops. Pops. Up again. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now, here is Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. It's stolen by Green. Jordan, the pass to Shamet. The three. No good that time. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We've got Bogdanovich. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Snell in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Green following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brown. Shamet kicks to Green. Over Okongwu. They get the rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, Jordan just wreaking havoc on the rim now.
And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 9 points. In the corner, Snell with it. Gallinari outside. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. To the right side. Here's Rondo. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
Shamet on the wing. Jordan trying to free himself up. The pass to Luwawu. Back to Shamet. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Okongwu. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Kevin Durant's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Basket good. KD's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well, and that's a great decision out of a pick and roll set.
Here's Snell, an 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando. Here's Rondo. Green with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And then Durant with the jam.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him. An outstanding alley-oop that time.
Now here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Banked in off the glass. Nets leading by 9. It's stolen by Rondo. Good on the shot. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night.
Rondo concentrating right there, focused. Even when you hit him, he can maintain that good balance.
Durant down low. He's covered by Rondo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. Some changes for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu. Kyrie Irving comes in for Brown. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And here's Young after the three-pointer from KD. From downtown. Kept alive by Atlanta. And Collins is right there.
Yeah, that's where John Collins sets up shop down in the paint. Quick and athletic. Able to corral the miss.
Outside Durant. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Reddish with the slam.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Harden kicks to Harris. Offline with his three. The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Reddish. Finished off the break. Reddish has got his second basket of the game.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
It's stolen by Reddish. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Harden outside from past the arc. They get it back. The shot, no good. Here's Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Young determined on that play there. The foul not keeping him from getting up the shot.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. KD, some great...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And a little redemption for him tonight.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
The Hawks trail by 3. Young left side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
Nets leading by 3. Harden outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Gallinari, he's checked in for Reddish. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. Rondo dishes to Capella. Kicks it out to Collins. Clock at 4. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Harden surveying the D. Here's Jordan. And the rejection by Collins.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And finished off by KD.
Yeah, could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Collins passes to Bogdanovich. Outside Collins. The drive by Rondo. Capella. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Harden outside. Durant at the elbow. Back to Harden. From deep three-point range, and there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter, even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter. Will that make right there? That can change things.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella, and Tony Snell's subbed in for Collins. And then for Brooklyn, Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Kevin Durant. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Here's Rondo, and he converts the layup. Rondo's got 6.
The understanding that Rondo's showing right now in the pick and roll is setting up some great opportunities.
Nobody near Irving. And the 3 off target.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And that'll be 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
At the line for the Hawks, Onyeka Okongwu. 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it with double checking, and the game continues on.
For the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Nets making a change here as well. Harris is checked in. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Lets it go with a 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Irving surveying the floor. He kicks to Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Hawks trailing. And Young, here we go. It's good. This game is all even. Young's got 10 points.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Irving for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 8.
They're trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
It's Young on the wing. .17 seconds left in the third. Count it. Good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Outside Irving with 4 seconds on the clock. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 1. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish out there with Okongwu. And it's Capella in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Irving passes to KD. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Took the opportunity when he saw it. KD's got 20.
Well, this might be a KD special here. Everything dropping early here, and the defenders already slouching.
Young outside. The tray. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Young against Harden. Outside Jordan. Outside Durant. 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Reddish. And that one is off. The Nets go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Durant just inside the line. That one off the back iron and out. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Such a precise player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
Here's KD. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Stolen by Harden. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Herter passes to Young. Lays it up off the glass.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Passes it to Harden. Irving against Young. A nice shot by Irving.
And Irving is so difficult to stay with in the pick and roll. The moment he gets that kind of room, he's going to pull.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from Young.
Trae Young stepping up and delivering in a big-time moment.
The deep three from Harden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Reddish the pass to Herter. Down low to take the lead. And it's Reddish laying it in. Reddish has got the lead up to 1 now for Atlanta.
And the top 10 pick, giving you a top 10 moment.
Outside Durant. Three-pointer. But they get it back. Irving kicks to KD. Another shot. And the call up. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Here's Young, rejected by Harris. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Here's Herter, covered by Irving.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
And the basket by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Outside. Launches a three. Hins the three.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Collins against KD. Pass to Harris. KD against Collins. The putback, good.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And Young, here we go. Got it!
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Harden. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Harden against Young. And it's sent back by KD. There's the call on Kevin Herter. So that will be his second foul of the game. They're in the bonus. And we'll go to the line to shoot two. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by two.
The amount of pressure Durant puts on his opponents, it's typical to see him among the leaders in free throw attempts. Well, important there to have the three-point lead because only a three can tie it up now.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 1 second left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And only one choice here. They need a three. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot three if they hope.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg.
here to check out some of your top plays of the week.
That's all you. No!
Sweet. What? Thunder.
Oh, he's down.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
What a gorgeous night. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Danilo Gallinari.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And for Atlanta, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the 1. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. With COVID shortening the season and the schedule, Steve, being tinkered with, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
Kevin, I don't think so. When everything gets back to normal, I think we'll be at 82 games and start, like we usually do in October, September for games. I just think the NBA has done a fantastic job of being able to adapt to this situation.
To the middle, here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Trae Young. It's Collins with the drive and finished off by Collins.
Yeah, credit Herter. Recognizes where the help is coming from, finds the open man.
On the wing, Giannis. He's guarded by Collins. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Here's Young. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Five on the clock. Takes a three. Rebounded by the Bucks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
A rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way. Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player, and I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Here's Young, following the basket by Giannis. Now Young, providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night.
Defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
The Bucks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. First one falls for. So for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Trae Young. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here's Capella. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Holiday against Rondo. Gallinari, no good that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Here's Giannis. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Reddish. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. All going up court. Here's Middleton. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Bogdanovich looking around. And the rejection by Giannis. Fast break, Milwaukee. There's the lob into Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Capella. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. And Tony Snell subbed in for Reddish. The Bucks also changing it up. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bryn Forbes comes in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. The Hawks trail by 3. Snell, the pass to Okongwu. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. Forbes with the rebound.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Rondo, that's tipped.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Rondo. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rondo against Augustine. Craig passes to Portis. Rebound, Atlanta.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Atlanta Hawks. The Bucks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Here's Snell. Makes it off the glass.
Love seeing Tony battle for the bucket. That has to make his coaches happy.
That shot is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Setting the floor for the Bucks, we've got DJ Augustine, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. Young, good.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Atlanta with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. Here's Young. It's deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. For the Hawks, Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. Drew Holiday's checked in for Milwaukee. 4 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Bucks ball.
Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Forbes. Young with the ball. 7 points in the game. Huerter passes to Okongwu. The kick out to Young. It's Young on the wing. With the shot. The Hawks again can't hit.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Oh boy, to be Young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? The Hawks trail by 5. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Young against Holiday. Here's Okongwu. Good D by Lopez. Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. From the low block, Craig passes to Holiday. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. Leading by 5. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. That one goes. Count it. And the Bucks lead by 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Young looking around. No good on the 3.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Reddish comes in for Tony Snell. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Now, here is Young. He's got 9. Shoots from the elbow. A putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Here's Holiday. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Back to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And Middleton kicks to Craig. Back to Middleton. The 19-foot shot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And now a 9-point Bucks lead for Atlanta. They've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young finds Capella. Outside Collins. Here's Young. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got 11.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the and
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Herter, following the bucket by the Bucks. And the pass to Young. 14 feet away. That shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Young. Here's Capella. Pass to Herter. And here's Collins from outside. They shoot again. To the left side wing. Reddish the pass to Capella. Now here's Lopez. He has 6. Middleton for 3. But they'll get another chance. Fires from deep. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Collins. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts. I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they executed.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And here's Holiday. And the layup is good. And the Bucks lead by 13.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And Kevin Huerter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by Trae Young. The shot by Holiday, no good. Herter passes to Reddish. Left side Collins. Now Middleton. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Passes it to Collins. Young against Holiday.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Shot by Collins, no good. Milwaukee leading by 13 to the inside. Kicks it down to Middleton for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. It's Collins with the drive.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Trying to get open is Lopez. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Milwaukee's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Lopez has got 8.
Just taking what the defense allows. I mean, nice recognition there by Lopez. This guy has seen it all.
Reddish with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. And it's Capella missing. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Augustine with it. Shoots the 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the side.
Hey, offensively, okay,
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Antetokounmpo, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with DJ Augustine. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the three. The drive by Rondo. Dishes to Okongwu. Hawks passing it around. Bogdanovich left side. 3 on the clock. And Gallinari kicks to Rondo. Outside Bogdanovich. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And the strength of Rondo finishing through contact.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Augustine dishes to Giannis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Reddish, he's checked in for Okongwu. The Bucks also with the sub. Middleton's checked in. Here's Augustine. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
DiVincenzo against Bogdanovich. Off target on the 15-footer. Milwaukee leading by 19. To the paint. It's stolen by Capella. Bogdanovich inside. Defended by DiVincenzo. That shot misses. Bucks have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Rondo. And it's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Atlanta making some changes. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis.
Finding makeable shots. Kevin Huerter continuing to become more efficient as a scorer.
Holiday the pass to DiVincenzo. From about 19 feet. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Young, good.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Giannis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 17.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Young. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks leading by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bucks.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Nailed from three-point land.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Here's Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. From deep. But they recover it. From outside the arc, it's off. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. Take a look at the 76ers, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, Atlanta, 8 games out.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the 3. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. That one, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Reddish. Green with the rebound. And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. But players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play.
Young looking it over. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Capella with the bucket.
Oh, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another miss by Curry. Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And finished off by Collins.
Well, this is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
Curry kicks to Simmons. Outside for Curry. From 11 feet away, and the jumper falls for him. Curry's got 7 points.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Herter, guarded by Curry. Here's Capella, and he banks in the layup. Capella's got his second basket of the night.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
They double-team Curry. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
I agree with you. I mean, the points off the bench, that disparity was decisive. You got to have all hands on deck for this one.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Reddish. Bogdanovich is checked in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. Then for the 76ers, Shake Milton is checked in for Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Danny Green. Now, here's Maxey. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Plenty of daylight on that shot. The Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Rondo passes to Collins. Outside for Rondo. The Hawks working the ball around. Okongwu dishes to Bogdanovich. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist from Bogdanovich.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Tony Snell's checked in for Collins. Then for the 76ers, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Ben Simmons. Rondo kicks to Gallinari. Passes it to Snell. Shot clock at 6.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And there's the pass to Howard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Snell. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando. Here's Korkmaz, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. 76ers on top. They lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the 76ers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
We've got Bogdanovic. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Rondo in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Korkmaz, no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, that's just cunning and crafty by Rondo. Drives in, looking to draw a foul, and hoping to knock down the shot as well. That's just good basketball.
Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Gallinari. And it's Reddish in for Bogdanovic. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Green's checked in. Now, here's Thybulle. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Another miss by Philadelphia. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Okongwu with it, working on Green. Capella, the pass to Okongwu. Outside Rondo. Here's Snell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Korkmaz. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Capella dishes to Snell. Over in the corner, Reddish. Here's Okongwu.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Green with the ball. Okongwu covering. He was all alone on that one. Korkmaz has got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control. And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Rondo. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Maxey. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Sensational at hitting the glass. Howard has fantastic timing when he goes after those rebounds.
Snell, the pass to Okongwu. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Collins checked in for Okongwu. Kevin Huerter comes in for Tony Snell. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Got to admire the hard work of Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Atlanta making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Milton's checked in.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Curry can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Collins off the left rim and out. And it's Harris with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. A clear look for Curry. The 76ers again can't hit it.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Curry looking around. Simmons passes to Embiid. Harris drives in. Back to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Young. Sweet little floater. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Clint Capella.
Right now, Simmons is a question with no answer. A tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
Here's Young. The shot's good. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joel.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson and Tobias Harris, a player that can slot in at total forward spot. It's a big fella when he's on the floor. That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Hawks trailing. Taking a look at the 76ers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the small forward position.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Curry on the wing.
using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Well, you can't give up this kind of positioning, not to a guy like Simmons. I mean, all you're asking for is to get burned if you do.
Young against Simmons. Outside Collins. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. Capella inside. Embiid's there. The 76ers lead. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Young against Curry. Pass to Snell. Back to Young. Shoots over Curry. The Hawks again can't hit.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 4 assists in the game.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Young outside. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
On the wing, Green. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Young outside. Inside. It's stolen by Curry. High post, Embiid. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Embiid. And it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Snell, guarded by Curry. Snell kicks to Okongwu. Harris against Collins. Here's Young. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Okongwu. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Harris. The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shooting for Atlanta.
And that one falls for Okongwu. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Young. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Scott against Gallinari. Scott, good. Scott's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Outside Rondo. And now Philadelphia on the break. Maxey passes to Howard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. From 12 feet out. Back to Milton. Kicks it to Scott. Out left to the wing. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Howard in the post. He's covered by Rondo. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Scott. Down low. Goes up again. And Howard with the lay-in. And it's 6 points for Dwight Howard.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Rajon Rondo. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with Gallinari. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Herter in at the 2. So that's the Hawks 5. And Gallinari kicks to Rondo. Here's Herter. Defended by Thibault. Herter passes to Capella. The 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Korkmaz. No good with the triple.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
From downtown. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Korkmaz, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. Trae Young comes in for Rajon Rondo. Outside Curry. To the paint, here's Embiid, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the 76ers lead by 13. Capella dishes to Young. To the middle, tries from 7. Bank shot, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Gallinari. Harris passes to Green. To the inside. Embiid throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
The free throw drops for Embiid. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some.
I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
Young for three. He can't hit that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Harris finds Simmons. Harris looking it over. Here's Curry with the three. Philadelphia with the new shot clock. 76ers moving the ball around. To the paint. It's stolen by Capella.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Philadelphia.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here is Curry. Embiid is at the elbow. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Back to Simmons. Curry outside. No good. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.